Hey there, what's up? I got part 2 for the best working Red Dead Redemption 2 glitches. Again, the ending of this probably going to be a little bit more open-ended just because in the future I know there's more than likely going to be a ton of different glitches that I missed or that will just probably come out over the lifespan of this game, the next few years, whatever. I'll have whatever I need to cover, either done video by video and then into a best working whatever into the future. Either way, I have 20 full minutes of glitches for you, again, inside of Red Dead 2. If you're new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We're doing a ton of GTA and Red Dead content. The first glitch is how to get into blackwater early and easily. This is way easier than the other method that I showed you in the last video. I also want to note right here at the start, I think this might be one of the, if not the best glitch to ever come out of any Red Dead game, for the simple fact of you get to basically ride around, free roam, not worry about dying or anything like that, and on top of that you get to also ride around as Arthur with John. To many of y'all this might not be a big deal, but to me, how much time I spent with each of these characters, I just thought having a glitch where you can sit there and ride around with them both forever is just insanely cool. I'm sorry, enough yapping. Basically, this is a pretty straightforward glitch. You go to the mission, Angelo Bronte, a man of honor. Basically, you're gonna have a point in the mission where you have to run away from the cops. It's at the very end of the mission. When you're running away from the cops, basically just set a waypoint to New Austin and keep riding out there. There's no boundaries that it's gonna make you teleport back or it's gonna tell you that you failed because you went too far. And on top of that, when you enter New Austin, the sniper is disabled, so you can basically go wherever and however far you want to go in. Went all the way to Armadillo with John and Arthur. But again, one thing that I love is that this one's way easier than the other glitch.
Hello.
I don't think I've seen you before, pard.
Now, just like in Red Dead Redemption 1, you can instantly skin any animal that you really want to, except for birds. It does not work on birds, but you just take your horse, park it over the animal, same way as in Red Dead 1, get off your horse, start skinning the animal. You'll see you either instantly grab the hide or you'll just do a quick knife through nothing and then you'll pick up the hide from nothing as well. It's much faster than just going through all the little cutscene animations that they do, especially on the bigger animals like the bear and the elk.
Cool it, boy.
Of course, we get some more money glitches for this video. This one, kind of towards the top of the map, it's right above the O on Amberino. This little shack that has a few different things that you can pick up. Just like one of the other money glitches in the last video, this one you don't have to save, exit, do any of that stuff. If you ride far enough away and then come back, you'll actually see the stuff just reappears for whatever reason. And you can rinse and repeat until you fill up your inventory. These are probably my favorite glitches because you don't have to save, exit, load, and go through all the different load times, which sometimes will take forever. You just ride your horse, get away, come back, the stuff reappears.
Ready, boy? Who's good boy? There's boy. Hey. You're a good boy. Hey, boy. Good horse.
However, speaking of what I was literally just saying, there is one glitch that you can still do. Kind of right below the Van Horn trading post, if you go to this mansion right here, you'll actually see there are two dudes that are downstairs and they fell asleep with a bunch of money on the table. I forget the exact prerequisites. I'm not sure what chapter you have to be at for these dudes to appear, but I know that they don't appear right away. I forget exactly what you have to do. Keep playing until they appear. It doesn't really take that long. Disable autosave and create a new save file standing outside this house. Then from there, go inside, shoot the two dudes, take the money, save on that save file that you just created, and then from there, load up that exact same save file. When you load back in, ride back over to the mansion, go in and then kill the two dudes, and you're gonna see the money is there. But on top of that, you also still have the money in your inventory from the last save. Now I'll be real, I love glitching. I've done glitching for a long time. I don't really know why this even works. I mean, obviously it makes sense because you're unloading and reloading the area, but you save after you take the money. So this glitch is a bit of a weird one, but it does work. And it's actually probably one of the most direct ways to make money because you're not looting any sort of item and having to go sell it. You're just grabbing the cash, unloading, and reloading. You can actually take no fall damage depending on however high you want to fall, as long as you have common bull rush. I don't know, this stuff basically makes you throw up when you eat it, and if you position yourself just in the right spot right next to the edge of a cliff, you can actually eat the bull rush, fall off as you're throwing up, and you won't take any damage whatsoever when you hit the ground. The animation's actually pretty long, so you can go to pretty decent heights with this and still not even worry about dying. Surprisingly enough, I never even actually knew this was a glitch, being how simple and how old it actually is. There actually is a way to get outside of the map. If you go up north and then to the right of Annesburg, you want to make sure that you have quite a few alcoholic beverages on you. You go up basically right to where I'm standing or where my waypoint is. Go up to this rock and kind of like take cover on it, and then from there you want to just start taking drinks, whatever you can to make yourself get drunk and pass out. When you wake up from being passed out, you'll see you're up on top of the cliff now, and from here you can kind of just run around and explore outside of the map freely. One thing you guys want to know when you're outside of the map in Red Dead 2 is you cannot call a horse. It's the same as Red Dead 1. There's no way to get a horse unless you come across one in the wild, so that's just something to note for sure. But you can come across them in the wild. Another way to get out is all the way over on the left side, up above Strawberry, kind of right above the W in West Elizabeth. There's going to be this little cave that you can actually go inside of. Same thing, you want to make sure that you bring alcohol in here. You go stand right by the edge where you can kind of fall off into the abyss. From here, you want to just take as many drinks as you can again until you pass out. When you wake up, you'll see you just teleport above, up on top of the mountain. Same thing as before. Can explore freely, can't call your horse, but you can find horses up here. In fact, you can also find a bunch of different animals, and when you shoot them, they actually don't even move, they just stand still because they're not coded to do anything in this part. So that was a cool little thing to know. Also, you can find sharks if you go all the way down to Guarma, but the sharks, I don't even think you can shoot them or skin them or anything like that. You can just go see them. Still very cool. Now, speaking of that, there is a way to actually get into Mexico. Now, you can just ride around all the way using the other two glitches, or if you want, you can slide straight into Mexico from the Rio Bravo. Now, I'll have to say from the get-go, this glitch is very, very hard. It took me about 20 minutes to perfect, which isn't too bad, but I died a whole lot during that time. Now, basically, there is going to be a bunch of surfaces that you can slide on in the game. It's going to slide you down them and give you a little animation. Now, you want to have dual wields, you want to go into first person, and then you want to line yourself up to where your back is facing that sliding ledge, whatever it is. You're going to hold backwards, and on the same token, you're going to hold your right analog stick upwards. Now, when you see yourself slide down, you're going to want to take your left analog and throw it straight up. And then from there, you're going to hold L2, which is the aiming button, and X on PlayStation or A on Xbox, basically. The bottom button on your D-pad. You'll see your screen start to shake really hard, and if you hold this all the way through the water, which you may need a stamina tonic for, you see yourself get out on the other side. You're fully above water, and you know you're safe. You can finally stop doing the glitch, and you'll see you actually land yourself all the way in Mexico. This is probably the fastest way to get here. It's one of a few different working ways, but it's 100% without a doubt the fastest way to get to Mexico. Next glitch is a bit smaller, but it's at Thieves Landing, and don't get me wrong, it is still very broken. You get in the water and kind of like come under this dock. You want to situate yourself kind of like in this corner basically, and if you start diving, you can actually wiggle up in here, but I find it way easier just to dive at the corner and try and stand yourself up. You'll see actually glitch through the floor and you end up inside of this building. This is a really weird glitch, and it's a smaller glitch, but it definitely should be noted because of how cool and definitely how broken it is. Now, for probably my most controversial Red Dead moment, so many people don't seem to agree with me on this, but I 100% consider this unlimited horse stamina. Now you see I start all the way down at the bottom left corner of the map, set a waypoint all the way to the top right corner of the map, get on my horse, spam X until he's right about to get to full speed, and at that same time I enter the cinematic mode. From here, I don't have to touch my controller again until I hit that very top right waypoint on the map. My horse is not going to stop running. He's not even going to start walking or kick me off the entire time. He's going to continuously ride at a steady pace all the way up to the top of the map. Some people don't like to consider this unlimited stamina for the horse. I do. Obviously, the second that you exit cinematic, you're going to have no bars and it's going to be red cores, but you will be able to ride unlimited freely and infinitely until you get to that waypoint or until you stop using the cinematic mode. Obviously, if there's roadblocks or gangs or different things like that, you're gonna have to stop, but other than that, you can ride freely and however long you want as long as you use cinematic mode right as you're entering full speed using the horse. Now you can actually get unlimited items, not looting them in the sense, but you can basically have unlimited uses for an item. If you go up to any railing or anything that you can basically just mantle over, use any sort of item, whether it's a tonic, a bitters, deadeye, whatever, use it, and then the second that you're about to drink it and put it in your hand, you want to mantle anything that you can in the vicinity. Because you're mantling it, you never put the item in your hands, so it just doesn't use it from your inventory, but it does give you the effects. It's basically an easy, free way to use unlimited amounts of items, however many you want. Not worry about spending extra money on it. Now I saved this for the last because this was probably the hardest glitch in the entire video for me to record, and I tried 3 different methods before it actually even worked for me to begin with. I was about to completely give up on this glitch. This is the wall breaching method in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now actually, as I had just said that last sentence, I'm realizing that there's a few things that I may have missed for sure on Red Dead Online, particularly one wall breaching method. So I may make a separate video containing online specific glitches, or whenever I do my next part, I will just make sure that I contain a lot of Red Dead Online glitches in that video. But there's a very similar glitch to this that involves using an emote, but I like this one because it works on single player, and you can also do this in online as well if you really want to. Now for this, you are going to need a hatchet, and this isn't going to work on every single door, but it will work on most doors that are thin enough, or basically most walls that are thin enough, I guess. And if you look down towards the ground, press L2 so that you're kind of aiming the hatchet, and then walk back and forth up at the door looking 45 degrees left, 45 degrees right, whatever you will find that works best. What I found best was kind of just backing up, trying to go as fast as you can at the door the second you see your head kind of poke through. Enter first person, and then you're going to turn to the right and try and wiggle through whatever door or whatever wall you're trying to get through. Turn to the right as fast as you can, which this might probably be way easier to do on PC, I'm assuming, because you have a better sensitivity. But if you do it correctly, you will breach through the door and be in whatever secret room it is that you're trying to get into. Again, this is a pain in the ass to do, but it does still work. Do not think this is fixed. Again, this is a pain in the ass to do, but it does still work. Do not think it's fixed. I actually almost completely thought this was fixed. The method that is patched is the lantern and pistol method. You can't glitch with that anymore. There's no way to wall breach with that. You can see through walls, or you can't glitch through walls. However, with the hatchet, it still does work. And with that, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, I'm more than likely going to have a part 3, especially towards the end. I kind of realized different things that I need to do still. So part 3 for Red Dead 2 will definitely come here in the future. Also, if you guys missed, I do have a part 1 and a part 1 and 2 for Red Dead Redemption 1. Those will either be in the pinned comment, in the description, in the card, wherever you see them. Go check them out. Make sure you don't miss them. With that, I'm going to head out. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.